So here is a very fun project to do. You can do that on whatever you want, a box, any objects. Actually, I'm going to do several things that I will show you. It's very easy to do and I will explain everything. I'm really sorry that I can't play the music It's You all along the video and put it loud. It's not my song. I can't use it as I want. I would love to use it. It fits perfectly with the work I've been doing on this box, but I'm not the one who makes the rules, you know. Inspired by the song It's You, which is on the It's My Life album by Tok Tok, Mark Hollis. Actually, it's a song written by Mark Hollis. I've known this song since 30 years now. I always loved this song, but I don't know why. I've been listening to it lately because I'm about to start the painting part of the portrait of Mark Hollis, and as it's about such a shame, I was listening to the It's My Life album because it's where the song Such a Shame is. There is something in It's My Life which inspired me to paint in the Bohemian style. I don't know why. I have the same feeling in the Mark Hollis album, which has been made much later. I can't explain why, because it's not a Bohemian song at all. It's not a Bohemian song, but there is something slightly oriental in it, like Indian something. And you know that gypsies, there are two kinds of gypsies, the one who are more from Spain and the ones who are more from Eastern Europe. But both originally, it seems, came from India a very long time ago. And maybe it's the reason why I think Bohemian when I hear something which is slightly oriental. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know why. You know, inspiration cannot always be explained. We hear something and we think about something else. Or we smell something and it makes us think of a souvenir, which gives us an inspiration to do something else. For me, music is the only way to get some kind of inspiration. Not every music, but very often if there is a specific music that I love, I'm going to listen to it, and not always, but sometimes it inspires me to paint. It's the case for Tok Tok and Marcolis. I started painting on boxes like this. Why hard? Because it's soon Valentine's Day, and otherwise I'm not really the kind of painting on hearts. But it's Valentine's Day, so in my shop I need to do some hearts and art on hearts. So I started painting on things like that, and I have a bigger box here. I already put the color there, but usually I decide of the background color once I know exactly what I'm going to glue. For example, I sorted some images and stuff that I can glue. So you see, these things are things that I find in magazines or sometimes on packaging, or petals from flowers like these, or maybe an advertising for jewelry, or an image that I like. So you see, everything I found which is more or less related to Bohemian or flowers. I also play with the colors, a lot of warm colors like this: pink, red, orange, yellow, but I also can put some blue like this. Everything which makes me think of Bohemian. You see, that was probably an anthropology brochure, but I like the design on the background. I can use this to make collages, or even, for example, this is a tea, packaging for a tea. I love the red color here because it's slightly faded red and a little muted red, and I love the design. I'm going probably to use this. I don't know exactly what I'm going to use, because when I start to glue stuff, I do it as I feel it. I choose images, but in the end, I don't know exactly what I'm going to use. Oh, look at that. And for example, this on a tea box, that is so Bohemian. I kept this just for the texture. I like the texture of things. Or tissue paper with some sparkle on it. That is so Bohemian too. Or things like that. Even if the image is damaged, it doesn't really matter, Yeah. So, look at that. That is totally Bohemian for me. It's what we call boho chic here in the US. It makes me laugh because, yes, it's chic, maybe. It's just beautiful. I think that maybe my ancestors have more influence on me than I thought. Even this mixed with some orange color, it makes a nice contrast, because the blue is the complementary color of orange, and then it clashes more. I don't know. I will see. That was on a Kleenex box. stencil, it's very easy. I will show you. This is a stencil already made that I bought just like that. But you can do yourself your own stencil. I will explain that in another video because that is a little more elaborate. But let's imagine you have bought something like that and you want to do the stencil like on a surface like that. You can put some kind of glue at the back. It's what we call repositionnable, so you can reposition your stencil. I mean, it's not final glue. You can move your stencil, and I didn't need to put some glue on it because it already has some, and it's a little tacky. So let's say I want to do my stencil like that, okay? And then you do it like this. You see? So here is my stencil. I'm sorry, there was already some blue paint underneath, but it gives you an idea. It's very easy. When you remove the stencil, if the paint is not completely dry, and it's better to remove it before the paint is dry, because otherwise the stencil could stick to your surface. So you remove it carefully like this, you see, like that. And it's done, and it dries really fast because there is not a lot of paint, so it's very easy. It's really very easy to do. I also put some stencil underneath the box, under the box. Why? Because I can. So here is the box. Okay, it doesn't want to focus. Focus. Okay, here, on the side, underneath. As you can see, I didn't go further than this because when it closes, you don't see anything. So, and it's not useful to create some thickness here because then you can't close the box. I think that I'm going to do something like that to glue. It may change while I'm doing it, but I think that I want to arrive to something like that, basically. So I'm going to show you how I glue a piece of paper. So I use some glue. I use this Caparol. It doesn't exist in the US. It comes from France. You can find it also in Germany, I think. And but any PVA glue will be fine. Or you know, Mod Podge, this kind of glues, perfect. Mod Podge, it's better, maybe not too glossy, matte or satin, it's okay. Anyway, I'm going to varnish at the end, so it's going to cover. So you see, with my finger, I do that to remove all the air bubble. The problem with the newspaper is that you will have some air bubble, and it's a very thin paper. It's not meant to be glued like this, so sometimes I have some trouble, sometimes not. It depends on the quality of the paper. You can also do this to remove the excess of glue with a fake credit card on an old credit card. It's perfect because you see it remove all the excess and all the air under the paper. I try not to let packages of glue around, otherwise when it dries, even if it becomes transparent, it will make something thick and disgusting. So here it is. You will have kind of a white veil on the top, but don't worry, once it's dry, it becomes completely transparent. patina you need some mineral spirit or some turpentine, as you wish. Some oil paint, the name of the color is burnt umber. It doesn't matter, the brand of the oil paint doesn't matter, it's because I just had that, so I used that. And you mix the both together. Of course you need a rag to remove the excess. It's going to be a little oily, but it's going to dry eventually. So here is the project finished. So I made my collage as I showed you before. I glued that with the soft gel gloss golden. That is something which stick really hard, you know. And I also glued this with the same glue. I put a varnish on the top to protect the box. This one is a rather glossy varnish, but you can use a matte or satin as you wish. I use some polyurethane. I use this, but you can take whatever you want as brand. But a polyurethane is really good because it, you know, when it dries, you don't see the strokes of the brush. It becomes really smooth. I really like that, and it really protects very well from humidity. The only problem is that you have to clean your brush with some mineral spirit, not with water. That is much less fun. So you can also maybe buy this kind of varnish in spray, maybe, I'm not sure. Or you can use maybe another varnish in spray. It will be more simple. Also, what I did, you see this? I glued this trimming with a hot glue gun. It's, I think, the simplest way to glue something like that, and it holds really well. So I recommend you to have always hot glue gun. It's not very expensive, and it's incredible how much it can glue. Even this and this, I could have used some hot glue as well. But you know, I used what I had in front of me just when I was doing it. So as you can see, I sign inside the box, not underneath, but inside. And I called my box It's You because it's inspired by the song It's You. I can't write Tok Tok Marcolis because he's not the one who made the box. I had to write my name because I'm the one who made the box. Probably I will use some wax to protect the inside. Maybe the varnish is not necessary. I used a Sharpie to write it because, you know, once you write with a Sharpie, it doesn't go away. It's a very resistant, water resistant. Why I chose this kind of trimming, why this color, why this kind. I was searching something which would fit with it, but also which would be very bohemian style. It's not especially bohemian, but I didn't want something which fits perfectly with this. I had one which had the blue color with some pink and some yellow. It was perfect, but it was almost too cute, you know. Bohemian is not cute. Bohemian is whimsical, is unexpected, and a lot of colors, a lot of warm colors. At the beginning, I wanted something ochre or maybe green, which is not especially warm. But I found this one, and I thought it fitted perfectly. You know, it's not what we could expect, but usually it's like that with Bohemian style. It's never what we expect. I wanted some fringes. I didn't have one with some fringes, and I wanted to use something that I already had. You know, so it was really very easy to glue with the glue gun. So the inside of the box, I made it red, but there was some blue underneath, so you can pick it up, but we can see the blue somewhere showing up here and there. I like that. I don't know why I wanted the inside of the box red. Maybe because it's a heart. Yes. Anyway, I think it's a nice present for Valentine's Day or even for any day. I mean, it doesn't need to be for Valentine's Day. I like it. The varnish will become less glossy with time. Oh, and when I applied when I put the varnish, I was very annoyed by that. So what I did something like that, and I put pins to keep the threads on the flower, so I was not annoyed by this when I put the varnish. Very simple, you know. So they are clean, not dirty, and it's perfect. What a fun project to do. I had a great fun doing it, making it. It was really great. I love when I'm inspired by a music and it's becoming alive just with the music. I just love that.